The Grateful Crane. Once upon a time, there was a kind-hearted young man. One day, he helped a crane that was caught in a trap. That night, the young man heard somebody knocking on his door. He opened the door and saw a beautiful girl standing there. "I'm lost and have nowhere to go. Will you please let me stay for the night?" she asked with a beautiful voice. "Oh, you are in trouble. My place isn't great, but if that's okay, you can stay for the night," the young man said kindly. The next morning, the girl said, "I would like to weave some fabric in return for your kindness. However, I need for you to promise me one thing. Please, do not look at me while I'm weaving." "Okay, I promise not to look," the young man said with a smile. The girl firmly closed the door. Knock, knock, flap, flap. Knock, roll, roll. Knock, knock, flap, flap. Knock, roll, roll. The young man heard the sound of fabric being woven. The next morning, the girl handed the finished fabric to the young man and said, "Please go to town and sell this." "What beautiful fabric!" the young man said in surprise. The fabric was sold at a very high price. Because he made a lot of money, the young man asked the girl to weave more fabric. The girl quietly said, "I will weave just once more, but please do not look at me while I'm weaving." Knock, knock, flap, flap. Knock, roll, roll. Knock, knock, flap, flap. Knock, roll, roll. The sound of her weaving went on all day long. The young man started to wonder how the girl was weaving the fabric. Knock, knock, flap, flap. Knock, roll, roll. She even kept weaving into the night. The young man couldn't stop wondering, and he finally opened the door. There before his eyes was a crane pulling out its own feathers one by one and weaving fabric from them. "You promised not to look." The girl handed him the fabric which she had just finished weaving. "I am the crane you saved that day, but now I must go." The girl turned into a crane and made a cry to say goodbye and flew high into the sky. The end.